Hello guys. Good afternoon. Hope everyone is well. Time for another Lions game. I thought this game wasn't going to go on. Wasn't going to go ahead, but they made a slight change, and we have a game on. Dan, Gareth. Yeah, okay. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, Courtney Laws gets to start again. That's good to see. So, I think it's going to be another big scoreline. Yeah, it's... this is the issue with these warm-up games, is that none of them are really competitive. And I think that's what... The Lions can't really test themselves out playing against these teams because it's not really a competition. So I think it would certainly be better if it was a tougher test, for sure. What happened in the England game? That's the question as well. Because I've been trying to do a couple of videos before tomorrow. Oh, Christ. 72-14. That is a battering. That is an absolute battering. Well, I have got... What have I got? I'm going for British and Irish to win by 36 points or more. I think that's a reasonable prediction. He got called up mid-game. That's exciting for him, at least. How am I doing on the July internationals? I see South Africa versus Georgia was also postponed. Not good, not good. You think the Bulls would have won? Wayne's in charge. Well, we are straight into it. Straight into it. Game on. Afternoon, Sean. Nice. Good to have you. Good to have you, Sean. Enjoy some rugby. It's going to be one way again, I'm sure. Oh. It would be good if the people on the Discord stream would actually join the live watch song to help me out, but never mind. Yeah, this is going to be very one way, as this is the second time they've played each other. Oh, whew. Yeah, old Werner Koch is a bit of a machine, look, isn't he? He's bearing in mind it was the Lions player that charged into him, and it was the Lions player that fell flat on the floor. Yeah, I see that. I see that that comparison to Faf, to be fair, but that's mainly the hair. That's mainly the hair. Hi, Sally. Hi, Sally. That's the same, Rhino. That's the same in a lot of sports at the end of the day. When are we going to get the first try? I reckon the first try will be within the first 5 minutes. First 5 minutes, I reckon. What time in the morning is it for you, Sally? Are you 7 or 10 hours ahead? Yeah, we're going to get a try within 5 minutes. 2 minutes to get it. I'm on 3 minutes and 5 seconds. 2 a.m. Sally, good job it's a Saturday night, eh? Cheers, Joseph. I think Hamish Watson, if he plays as good as he did in the Six Nations, then he should certainly be a starting player for sure. I haven't watched any of Wimbledon this year. Normally I watch Wimbledon, but I've been so busy that I haven't really had a chance. First 5 minutes, we're going to get a try in the first 5. My prediction was correct. 4 minutes and 17 seconds, first try for the Lions. I see there was the drama with the young girl at Wimbledon who had a bit of a meltdown, and McEnroe got a bit of flack. I saw Nick Kyrgios retired from the tournament after abdominal problems or something. Yeah, Kian. I don't think Sharks have any hope in hell. The thing is, as I said, facing these teams that are more or less useless compared to... Bear in mind, it's the British and Irish Lions. It should be some of the best players in our countries against a club team. The problem is, yes, okay, maybe one or two is fine, but then it can't be for fitness because they've just finished their season. So, yes, maybe you can test your tactics out, but it's not really testing your tactics if it's against such a weak team. I just don't see the point, actually, of these. I really don't see the point of these games, actually, because you're not learning anything. If I'm honest, you're not learning anything. When you give a team an absolute pasting, what do you learn? You don't learn if your tactics are working or not because there's no challenge against your tactics.
Once again, interesting stat that jumped out from Wednesday night. Obviously, so much possession for the British and Irish Lions, and they won the game so comfortably. But Pepsi Buthelezi had more carries, significantly more than any other player on the pitch. Hendrickson. That's from Cronje. Now, Fulmer. Sidestep away from Chris Harris and Elliot Daly.
I said I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree, Gareth, in the fact that form, okay, but you've just played. There's a reason these guys are being picked. These guys are being picked because they had good form. Fitness, as I said, they've just finished the season. How much extra fitness do they need? And I understand the promotion of the Lions, but I don't know how much this really promotes them against these minnows. I don't know.
From the Sharks as they break into the Lions 22.
These Sharks are like UK Sharks, where really I think we need to be playing South African Sharks or Aussie Sharks. Yeah, I get the teamwork aspect of it. These players don't play with each other. But I don't know. They gave up their cup position just to play in this game. Surely not. I suppose I wouldn't have ever heard of this team before in my life, if I didn't see them playing. So that's maybe one thing. Bang, up the pitch. It's gone backwards.
Dramatically gathered by Hendrickson. Now, did that go forward? Lionel Cronje. He stood at the Merva. So good at finding space where so little appears to be. Bigger. Daly.
Oh, God. Daly, that was a... Have they got the speed? Well, what do I know, eh? What do I know? What do I know, eh? That was a bit of speed. That was a mistake that led to that. Maybe it's a case of you get rid of these mistakes early on. Maybe. There was no catching him. No catching him at all, was there? Straight down into the middle. Easy conversion. 7-7. Well, certainly as the commentators are saying, it's clearly some prestige. For, I still think it's hard. It's still hard for me, coming from football, to understand the importance, for example, of the Lions tour. Because we don't have anything like it in football, I don't think. So it's still hard for me to comprehend. But I'm slowly getting there. The way the commentators describe that, and the way the guy almost celebrated it shows that it means more. It means more to them than you would think. Slap round the arse, Gareth. Slap round the arse. Sally, it's nothing like the FA Cup. Nothing like the FA Cup. The FA Cup has something to play for. This is just a friendly. He needs to get a grip, Gareth. That's what he needs, to get a grip. Troubles of a 10-year-old, eh? Tell him my problem. That'll make him feel better. To be fair, the Sharks are trying. They're not necessarily just sitting back. They're not just sitting back. They've just taken the lead. Look at that. Jesus. Wow. Annoyingly, I changed my score prediction to a slightly higher one. But the Sharks might cause problems for that one. Can they convert? It's nice and wide. Oh, he scuffed it. He scuffed it. Oh, he messed that conversion up. Number one fan. Hey, buddy.
come to Pretoria, a determined opponent.
So 12-17 after 15 minutes and 48 seconds.
What the response from the Lions will be over the next few minutes of game time.
To be fair, I think that's a good point, Kian. I think possibly maybe the Lions are complacent. You know, at the end of the day, it was a one-way traffic in the first game, so maybe the Lions are complacent and they've gone into the game thinking this is going to be easy. And I think that's easy to do playing sports. You think, well, I've beaten them before, I'd do it again easy, and actually it doesn't always end up that way. Maybe the Sharks have something to prove. They got absolutely destroyed in the first game. Maybe they realise that actually that was a bit embarrassing. Maybe they've got to do a little bit more. Jake, I still think the Lions are going to win. I think the Lions, they clearly have the quality to win. They clearly have the quality to win. I'm sure in the end they will. But they keep dropping the ball. That's about the 4th time they've dropped the ball. Yeah, although Sharks are in the lead, there's still no reason for them to win. My score prediction, I changed it. And I might have changed it too quickly. What did I change my prediction to? Hang on. I changed my prediction to 36. The Lions to win by 36. And that might have been... Yeah. Dieter's here. The South African has arrived. Hi, Dieter. Why do I like? Hi, why do I like? Guys, if you haven't already, as there's breaking play, feel free to click the like button. If you don't already, click the subscribe button. Yeah, I appreciate it. What is going on at the moment? Someone injured. Rhino, to be fair, I've not really watched any South African games. So the only 2 players I know, who are obviously good players, are Faf de Klerk and Cheslin Kolbe. So that's all I can really mention. Drinks wise, normally at this time of day I would have an alcoholic beverage, but it's a bit of a tough weekend. So I got this from Home Bargains. Emerge Impact Mixed Berry. Yeah, I don't feel like having alcohol at the moment, so this is my tipple of choice. Dieter, where you say that's your hometown, how far away are you from Pretoria now then? How far from Pretoria are you? Gareth's on the hard stuff. He's on the tee.
Bigger returns the British and Irish Lions into the Sharks 22. Sutherland is on the cracking talk.
Jake, I have got Wales to win by 7 points. That's my prediction. Not sure how accurate that'll be. Gareth! For God's sake, Gareth! Don't say try. I'm on 20 minutes and 15 seconds.
Ball in his right hand here, hoping to maintain this forward momentum. This is well worked by the British and Irish Lions, and the captain goes over.
There's a try. 2 seconds. My dog is being a pain. Hold on.
He's in the game already. On the day that he captains the Lions for the first time, Jamie George gets his first Lions try.
It's a really good setup from the Lions. When you're going to score a driving try, number one job you have to do, you must set up first for the opposition. The Lions set up really quickly. Because they're set up so well, they're able to break on. Jamie George takes a moment to go to the try line. The perfect time to go to Jamie George. But a good, quick setup for the Lions. So important to drive the pace.
Dan's not on beer. Dan's not old enough to be on beer.
And the setup sound is not just getting there, it's getting low. It's almost, you're trying to recreate a scrum using the tip of the spear as the catcher and everyone else. He's the tall one.
When am I refereeing next? I have no idea. I'm.
Want to hit you hard in defence. You know, on that occasion, the Sharks, they stay
Oh, he missed. A story for you. If you guys have been. If you guys have been watching and know about me and watching the live streams, I've said a little bit about my current injury with. I've got tendonitis in my Achilles. I thought I was referred to have shockwave therapy, and I thought I had an appointment on Monday, so had to take off the afternoon off work. I went to the hospital. I was then in the room for literally 2 minutes. The guy looked at my Achilles and said, "Oh yeah, we'll refer you to shockwave therapy." Now, the annoying thing was I thought I was going there for shockwave therapy, so I wasn't happy. So I don't know when I'm refereeing next. I'm all registered up again. The pre-season games are starting, but obviously I can't do it. So yeah, I won't be, Kian. I won't be because yeah, I won't be. I've got to spend time with Joey, my cat. As yeah. Sally, my Achilles has been bad for about eight years, and I only tried getting it sorted as of end of last year. So I've tried all the strengthening stuff, and yeah, it's taken more serious action now. Jake, what's happening? What do you mean, what's happening? The stream's just gone down. Stay 10th. Right, slight change. Stream has changed to some has gone to a South African stream.
Don't get yourself in that position.
Right, stream's back up. Sorry about that, guys.
Irish Lions up to this third match, and they continue in this game too. Such a vital component of any rugby game. Davies into a little bit of space, and then
I'll try and stick it back on Sky Sports in a bit.
that's Courtney Laws. Good player. Played in the last side flank position in the previous match.
Time check. I'm currently on 23 minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, I'm slightly behind on the stream, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. What is going on with the Lions? Unbelievable. There you go, Sky Sports back on. The score's 19-17 to the Sharks. Well, it's a bit closer at least, isn't it? Gareth, he's seen the red kit and thought Wales. That's what he's done.
Right intentions from the Sharks. They're coming off the line as hard as they can, but on that occasion it was
Sally, I don't necessarily... I will watch Rugby League, and I've watched a few Rugby League, as in Super League, UK, England. I've not really watched much National Rugby League down under. I've watched the State of Origin game too. And that was good fun. So it's interesting because I know a lot of people either like Union or they like League, and actually I like them both for different reasons.
I like we've got a mobile fan at the bottom. Nobody sort of starts it. Oh, one guy's walking down the street with his missus having a pint. Good lad, rugby on the go.
Yeah, Gareth, problem is it's a Wednesday. And I will be working on Wednesday morning.
Mistakes get punished. That has happened from both sides so far. Davis to Tyke Furlong.
Tyke Furlong's not looking as impressive today, if I'm honest. I thought he looked really good the other day in the last match, and not in the last match, sorry, in the last weekend's match, and I don't think he's looking that good today. He's not looking very strong and forceful. Is there another lockdown in Sydney at the moment?
This one. Oh, he's done very well under pressure from Abrahams. Handled it well, offload.
So there's another lockdown in Sydney. How many cases? Probably about 4.
Chase offloads want to avoid contact. Nice from loose offload out of control again. Hands back the initiative to the Sharks.
Hi, Mark. Just noticed Mark. Massive amount of cases. 50. So this is the amazing thing, and I know in my last video, well, not my last video, but my video that was talking about the lockdowns in Australia, I know I showed amazement and how strange it is that certain states have been locked down after only like a few cases, and even 50 is still not a lot, and lockdowns happening. And it's not that I disagree. I sort of agree, but it's strange because coming from over here, we got thousands and thousands of cases every day, and our vaccination things are going well. And obviously we're opening up in 9 days. We're opening everything up. All restrictions are going. So it's just two different worlds. It's worlds apart. It's crazy. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. This game is, to be fair, I was moaning thinking the game wasn't going to be that close. It is close-ish at the moment. The Lions are making too many mistakes. Time check. Hi, Ginge. Time check. Hang on. The time stopped. I will tell you as soon as the time goes again.
The execution he was looking for, and his teammates were offside anyway. Penalty to the British and Irish Lions.
I will give you a time check in 2 seconds when the clock starts. Well, at the moment, it's obviously on 28:57, but the Sharks, is just about to take a kick, I think.
What game would you like to play, Mr. Roots, you giant Easter Island statue?
How far out is he? Cronje? Cronje? Yes, Joseph Harrington. Good lad. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. I'm on 29 minutes. That was a waste of a kick. I tell you, when I finally get round to take it, doing my conversion video, you guys are going to be impressed. I reckon I'm going to be really good at taking conversions. I reckon it's going to be a piece of cake. These guys that are paid money to take conversions and fail, I'm going to be amazing, I reckon. That might be overconfidence, but I feel you've got to have confidence to achieve. I think so. I think so. I've got it in the bag when I finally get round to doing it. So, well, I have got... I did buy, when it came through this week or last week, hang on. I did buy myself the GoPro... Oh, it's filthy, Jesus. I did buy myself the GoPro Hero 9. Hero 9. So that will be ready. I'm going to get Charlie, do some cinematic shots. Make sure I cut out all the misses, obviously, and I will show you all the ones that I actually convert, because I'm going to make myself look amazing. Oh, Wayne, get out of the way. The commentator said exactly the same thing as me. I love Wayne's face, but the thing is, they threw it at Wayne. It's the same thing in football. When a player kicks the ball at me, I'm like, I'm the only one wearing a black kit. Like, you can't necessarily miss me, and you just kicked it straight at me. The old commentator making it all about him as usual with a giggle. Everyone likes to take the mick out of the refs. Have they got Nigel Owens doing the odd bit of commentary when they want him?
Uses the boots again. This is Fulming. Supported by Koch. They are trying to wriggle
33-30.
Cognac. Williams to Anthony Watson. Will be effectively pleased to get ball in hands. He's had to be patient. A soft blow too for Gareth Davis.
If it helps Sally, there are definitely teams I hate refereeing.
No hanging around from the Sharks.
But all referees are unbiased, I promise you, Sally.
Fulming for Hendrickson. Cook. DeLazy. Centred back by Maris Poquita. One of the players who was not involved in the game on Wednesday is a new signing. It's just joined the Sharks from the Bulls. It's of course the team the British and Irish Lions were originally supposed to be playing today. Sure would have given them much of a better test.
I love you. I love that, Mark, you can hear the breathing. I can't.
Merva
It's certainly not that loud.
just to shrug off Abrahams. Now Rory Sutherland. Bigger. Oh, too far a stretch for Van der Merwe, and it's been picked up by Abrahams, and he's got the support of Fulming, and they keep coming.
What is going on?
Mistakes being punished, and if the
What is going on? Jesus.
for a moment,
The Sharks are actually doing something. Wow.
So quick, so fast to pick the ball up off the deck. John Van der Merwe just spills it in, gone up. Most people get caught, snuffed out. Such a sharp footed beast.
Sean, who is Max Griggs? Who is Max Griggs? I don't even know who Max Griggs is, if I'm honest.
They've been ruthless on the Sharks, haven't they? We didn't see
Ginge, you're absolute, like, Lions, they just, the amount of errors the Lions have made
Sharky is there not
is insane.
Sharks got
The amount of drop balls and whatnot.
It's just another warning sign for the Lions. Perhaps because the score is 19-all, overplaying a little bit in their own half where if you really truly attack
36-05.
it's actually kicking a little bit more of the territory. If the Lions have to alert now, right, we've got to treat this like a tight arm wrestle.
I don't like his little celebration that he keeps doing like this. Like, what are you doing, mate?
Just a question for you, Nige. In the background there, Hamish Watson, he doesn't necessarily grab Bolin's shirt, but holds him up and yanks at him. They score the try. You wouldn't go still a yellow or still a pen from the restart. Well, it depends if you've given a warning or something before, but I certainly be having a word with it. And it was a clear offence.
It's not cool, Sally. Like, that is really irritating.
interesting to be a fly on the wall inside the Springboks.
If anyone's a wrestling fan, not that I watch it much now, as in I don't watch WWE, but I know Roman Reigns does it.
Performance of the Sharks.
It's just like, you look like a twat. What are you doing?
Physically, and you're in with a chance. So this is the biggest physical challenge the Lions have faced so far. And at the minute, Sharks have come out on top.
Ian Hurst, who's been called up to Springbok training squads in the past, no senior caps. These are the guys who aren't good enough to get in the Springbok squad, and they will be relishing the fact that they currently lead the British and Irish Lions. And a long way to go, of course.
Talk about
What, Jake, what do you mean, what are they doing?
Daly Harris in the space. We've got this wonderful back three, which involves Liam Williams Harris. But you sort of feel we're one carrier, because of injuries and hamstring strains, but one carrier short in the backline, Sam, to confront the Sharks. Is that to own that game?
Jake, the scoreline down below is all on flash scores. It's just direct from flash scores. It's not me changing it.
Just to keep that game on. You need three options in that backline, I think, who can give you that go forward ball off set piece. And in face to help out the forwards. You can't just rely on forwards to carry all the time.
It's quick recycled from Jack Cronin. He also originally won the line out at the start of this move. Now Ty Byrne. Smothered by LaRue Roots.
I think the Sharks, from what I noticed before, There we go. We got the try again. I think the differences last time these two played each other was the Lions were able to. Sorry, I've got that, Ginge. The Lions were able to drive forward a lot more and make territory up, and the Sharks weren't. And I don't think the Lions are able to do that today. I don't think the Lions are making much progress just from driving forwards. Hey Ed, hi man, how are you doing? I'm good. It's better it's a closer game for starters, that always helps. I didn't even know who he was, Sean. Didn't even know who he was, mate. I didn't, Ed, and it was I didn't watch it because I was ended up busy. I wanted to get a couple of videos done for this weekend, so I did that instead. So I didn't watch it, but probably a good job I didn't after seeing the scoreline. I see the scoreline was a bit one-sided. Wow, it's half time. Just going to turn the volume down a little bit so the old copyright don't get me on the adverts. See you later. See you later, Dan. See you later, mate. Ryan, hi man. Yeah, this is much better game. Much better game. This is what I've been wanting. I was complaining about it at the start when obviously the Lions scored within the first 5 minutes. But actually, this has turned out to be a much closer game, and that is what you want. At least then, as I said, at least having a closer game, it tests the tactics more. Tactics aren't tested if it's so one-sided. So much, much better. Much better. See you later, Sally. See you later. Enjoy your Sunday. I think, yeah, well, I keep saying this, but I think the Lions should still win. They should push away. They should have the class and the fitness to push away. It's just by how much. What's the time by me? Is in the game or in real life? In real life, it's 5:45. In the game, it's half time. No, I didn't expect this scoreline. If only they did this in the first game as well. But they didn't. England versus Pakistan. No, thank you. Yeah. Now, I can tell you for nothing, guys. I will not be live watching along for a cricket because you would end up just seeing me asleep in the chair. That is not a game I'll be doing any live streams for. I think it was certainly tomorrow's game, England-Italy. It's certainly going to be the toughest test for England because actually I don't think England have had a difficult run of games in the Euros. Their toughest was Germany, but even then, Germany didn't play very well. Neither did England, to be fair. Um, it will certainly be a test. I can't see Italy falling apart like Germany did. So I will say England, but who knows? I wouldn't be able to tell you. Gareth, whatever you just said, England 2-4-8 all out, Pakistan 77-4 means absolutely nothing to me. That means absolutely nothing. I don't even know what you just said, if I'm honest. Does that mean England are doing well? Is that good for England? I don't know. Cricket's never been my thing. Guys, once again, if you could be so kind, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help me out. Do me a favour, support the channel. If you're new here, I've got loads of rugby content, Aussie rules content, football content, non-sports content, taste testing. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. Help me out. It means everything for me if you do, and I'll love you forever. Or, well, maybe not forever, but you know what I mean. How have the because I've not watched any of the Springboks matches, so how have the Springboks been playing compared to, say, the Lions? Have the Springboks been dominant? Have they been playing better standard teams than Lions have? Jake, my day's been okay. Coached football in the morning, did a couple of videos, watching rugby. Not too bad, I suppose. Hi Leon, I assume you're South African. Nice to have you here. I did see the Springboks beat Georgia 40-9. How many games do you think? How many games do you think the Springboks are going to get in before the actual Test series starts? Because obviously the Lions are having a fair few. Well, maybe it is the year for the Lions then. If the Springboks, haven't really played together for a year, maybe maybe it's going to be one-way traffic. But then they're all professional players. Who knows? Who knows? Jake, I've got my own company. I coach 3 to 11-year-olds football. Yeah, that would, Leon. I think that would be the worry, wouldn't it? That obviously Lions are getting all this practice in and teamwork, team building going on. But if the Springboks are getting absolutely nothing, then they might be a bit rusty. They might be a bit rusty. Oh, COVID has messed a fair bit up, hasn't it? It really has messed a fair bit up. Looking at in the sponsors, the ASICS sponsor in the back, I quite like the look of the Springboks top. The Springboks top it's quite minimalist, but it's quite nice. I quite like it. Do they? I'm going to have a look now. I'm going to have a look at the Australian team. Yeah, the Australian Wallabies is quite basic, isn't it? Not much to it. You would think the if the Springboks have got a lot of cases of COVID, you would think they would be fine, considering how fit and healthy they should be. Obviously, that doesn't guarantee anything, does it? But you would think that it would stand them in good stead. Uh, do you mean Southampton? I assume, Ed, you would mean Southampton. If you know me, you know I support Saints as in Southampton. Um, yeah, it's not a bad looking kit. The only problem is it's still is it different enough to warrant buying a new kit? I see I can get it on AliExpress for about 13, 14 quid, so I might even do that. Get it from China. Save supporting the billionaire Gao ownerships. Um, yeah, it's okay. But is it different enough? I don't know. I'll be back with you shortly. I'll be back with you in about a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I have returned. Oh, it's nice having one of these chairs. I said that Ed, I don't know if you watched. I did a video recently-ish on whether people should buy fake kits, basically the Chinese replicas, because they're such good standard now, or people should buy from their actual club store. And firstly, I can't justify paying a full price on a few reasons. First reason is that these owners of the top, say, Premier League, they have so much money, they are just trying to bleed everything out of the fans. I don't like that. They bring out what, a first home kit and away kit, a third kit, multiple goalkeeper kits every season, and try and get people to buy them, and I can't justify it. So I would happily buy, if it's a Premier League team, Southampton for example, I would happily buy a replica kit. And actually, I've seen replica Southampton kits on AliExpress. And so yeah, unless you're supporting, say, a lower league team or a team that massively relies on the merchandise revenue. It's game on, by the way. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
These 2021 Lions, that there is a bit of jeopardy after the comfortable opening victories. Let's see how they roll up their sleeves in Pretoria.
Right, how are the Sharks going to start? Time check is 40 minutes. 40 minutes and 40 seconds.
Conscious, Nigel, that for those who are new to Rugby, Lions is a big event every 4 years. Why Wayne and the referees will be shouting you into a play at every breakdown?
Yeah, so try and speed the game up to get the ball away a bit quicker. So that teams don't keep it in long in too many box kicks. So that's really what it is, and it does work.
Jimmy George, the try scorers in the first half.
Oh,
Peter had come quite a distance. Ball had been knocked forward first by the Lions, and the first scrum of the second period would be for the Sharks.
So for those watching, the Lions just received a kick from a kick-off when this half started. 2 box kicks from Gareth Davis. Now the Lions are 50 yards in advance because they've had 2 good kick chases.
they both dropped it, went forwards.
Lions have got the ball and they can attack from the
Lions ball.
You cannot play out from your half all the time. If you did that for 80 minutes, you would be absolutely spent by 50 minutes. So 2 good box kicks from Gareth Davis, 2 good kick chases. Now the Lions are in a good position to attack or kick.
This is Gareth Davis's first start for the Lions. It's due to start on Wednesday. Was one of those players who had to isolate. He was in the Lions squad in 2017, but didn't make any appearances. Amazing.
Oh, just run through him.
Very much on for the future. Only turned 22 in May. They're high.
Yeah, I think this is where you're going to get the difference, isn't it? I think in the second half or even in the last 20 minutes, it's who has the better fitness, who can keep the pressure on. And you would assume Sharks won't end strongly. You would assume the Lions would end stronger.
Say of the player, you just go, where is he? I'm finding him. That's what I like from the Lions. I'm sure it probably would have been a message that the coach said.
Tegan, hi Tegan.
Get the ball in the half.
Nice to have you here.
Really aggressive defensive effort and now get the ball back. So that's more how the Lions they need to try and play. Need to have that physical effort, rely on some more territories, they put them in good areas, then it allows them to play a bit better. So don't chase the game, you've got to build it. Build it nice and slow, so plenty of time, treat it like a test.
Sharks back row trio today. Richardson, Rumene,
Drive, drive, drive.
with each other. They played schools and under 20 rugby for South Africa, all wearing the same shirt numbers that they do here. Anthony Watson. Sutherland. His hands from Harris.
I said once again that I said this before, but the Sharks are doing well not to allow the Lions to drive forwards and make up ground. They're holding them off. As soon as they make contact, they're keeping that player there. I think last time, every time a player got the ball, they were able to go about 10 yards forwards, and that's not happening today.
Good play for the Lions. They've probably been playing 3 phases from the start of this match, and now they've got attacking opportunity in the back 70 yards. Just shows how strategy-wise and tactically the Lions have been so much better in the second half.
This ruck is a mess. Oh, they've intercepted it again. Oh, Wock's got it. Another mistake. Another mistake by the Lions. They're lucky they got it back. How many mistakes are the Lions making? It's really poor by the Lions. It really is. It's a she. That was Pixie. She likes to be on screen.
Calmed everything down there, clear. What we're seeing here, though, is it's a training ground move. It's just done too far from the game line, with no intent of the runners or the decoy runners. Harry's not quite strong enough to commit to the line. The decoy from Elliot Daly not strong enough and aggressive enough to hold. It just allowed the outside Preston Sharks to get up on the outside, see it coming, and pick them off. Good work, Francie Watson there in defence. You know, there's only subtle things. He flies into that breakdown, gets that tackle turnover, which could be so crucial. This game's getting tight.
Where's Wayne? What's Wayne up to? Time check, 45:34. Wayne's just going to have words.
Yeah, I think this is what I read earlier. I'm going to check that. I think they put him into test base deck, I think, so the team always picked it up.
TMO.
It's Richardson who's at the bottom of all that. The headband, I can recognise. Yes. I think it's just before that, wasn't it, Nigel? There's probably a frame or two before. And then the elbow comes in over the top there, Nigel, from Hendrickson. Just a little nudge, a little reminder that you're in Loftus. Nigel, are you looking at around the neck and the late elbow? There's 2 players here.
Oh.
That's a card for me.
That is a bit naughty from the Sharks. They could have a player off here.
And he's lucky it's a yellow. Around the neck there, pulling him.
Around the neck, then the elbow to the head. What are we looking at, guys? What are we looking at? What are you guys thinking?
Do you know what? I'm stunned at that. At this stage,
Red.
they can get away with that.
It's red. Barnes shows
Oh.
card to Jaden Hendrickson.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to be honest. It may have not looked as much force in it, but it was needless and then was straight to the head.
Now, what's the chances that is gonna ruin the Sharks now?
Whatever it is, so yeah, I agree with that decision.
The game at 26 points apiece, proving to be such a test for the British and Irish Lions. So I wonder
Oh, he's gutted.
if Gatland will actually be disappointed that this doesn't say 15 against 15 for the exercise that it is, for the preparation it needs to be ahead of the tests. Jimmy Hill gathers. Numbers didn't add up for him.
I think that the thing, and once again it shows how good TMO is, because actually, as a referee, you might not have noticed that. You know, on the pitch especially, you might not have noticed that. And I don't think Wayne did notice it, Wayne Barnes. It was the fact that TMO, you know, notified that he needs to look at something, because obviously there was a red card there. just once again shows how good TMO is.
Bigger to Harris, runs into Cock. Described as South African Tarzan by Brian Habana in our build-up.
Was Nigel talking about the around the neck though, rather than the actual the elbow into his head? He may have been talking about the yeah, he might have been talking more about the arm around the neck.
Coming right now. Conor Murray on the tour captain will replace Gareth Davis.
See the Lions captain get some minutes.
Yeah, I think so. Which would make more sense to be yellow, in my opinion. But my opinion means nothing, obviously.
Brings some much needed control. Yeah, since he's
Murray's 14th Lions appearance now overall. He's played in 5 tests in the past. Let's see what he can bring. Here's his international colleague, Tyke Furlong. Inches short. But Byrne will try to
Try.
shovel over Conan. Wayne Barnes is happy with that one, I believe.
Going for a try, yeah.
Conan, first try in a Lions shirt for the Leinster man.
There's a lot of new Lions getting their first tries at the moment, isn't there?
really struggling to cope with the pick and go from the Lions. When they got the pick and go happened just before the second half, they managed to get some success there. Ty Burn with the try. Similarly again here, the Sharks just do not set up. When you have a ruck on the floor, you have to get at least 2 forwards either side of that ruck with in like a sort of sprinter stance ready for that pick and go. The Sharks just are not set. Just not set whatsoever. It's poor defence from the Sharks, but the Lions have realised that the pick and go is working. Yeah, Richardson, Dylan Richardson's had a cracking game. Found himself as first defender on the short side. For some reason, decided to head open side and then realised actually I'm the only fella here. And
Come
That
here.
just gave the window opportunity to jump open and then an outside shoulder to get to. Oh, it's flipped the woodwork. Bigger. That's 2 of his conversions this evening that have not sailed through the post. That one was just fractionally off. Jack Conan continuing what is a very handy knack.
Missed the conversion.
For him. 7 tries in his 20 caps for Ireland so far. Right.
I think so, Dieter. I think, yeah, that red card may have killed Sharks.
Squared on the side. You've got to get a head on, chest on, not a head on straight in terms of illegality, but chest to chest in front to be able to stop someone like Conan from that distance. If you're inside and show that outside shoulder to them, much easier finish.
Cameron Wright has come on because of course they need a scrum half. Hendrickson having been shown
Jump down.
red. Also into the fray. Young Gray Shockney. He turned 22 on Wednesday. He's come through the Sharks Academy. It's a different platform now than it was at half time. The Sharks behind now. Playing with a player fewer. They did take off to bring on Cameron Wright as the scrum half. They have taken off 2 forwards.
You never know. Maybe I will get my plus 36
Taken off
shot difference score prediction correct
in that first half.
after that red card.
Departed Impino Ubede. He's the flanker, number 7. Can only help. The Lions back now. To go up against 7. Conor Murray to Bigger. Will they be a half-back pairing once the tests roll round in a fortnight's time? Lund. Good hands from Bigger.
Go, 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 go.
Harris on his shoulder if needed. It's a lovely shoulder away by Van der Merwe, but Harris did his best to keep it.
Almost. Oh,
Oh, is there a-
Cox missed him.
It's a lovely swing of the hips from Elliot Daly. And it's a try.
Try. 50 minutes and 54 seconds.
Opponents down to 14 men. Elliot Daly finished it off expertly.
And the opportunity to take the quick line because the ball was cut out of play by the Sharks. No one else touched it. Same ball in play.
Now this is game over. This is game over for the Sharks. That they, it's the thing is as well. It's stupidity, isn't it? For the guy that shoved his elbow into the guy's head, he has basically cost his team a chance to try and win.
Good contact on it. That's a superbly alert try.
The additionals are good to Elliot Daly's.
Yeah, it was a tough enough test when they had 15 against 15, but 14 against 15 is just going to open up spaces.
It was quick thinking for the Lions, and the Sharks hadn't set up. But the Lions players are used to playing international rugby where the ball is in play for around 40 minutes plus. You know, the Sharks players probably play rugby where the ball is in play around 30 to 35 minutes. So when you get to this 60-minute mark, that's why you say it might take a while to break a team down. They might have experienced the amount of rugby when you play the top side. You hit that 60, 70 minutes, and then the tank is empty, and that's why teams are more ruthless in the last 10 minutes. The Lions, they pick up the tempo, which we can see they're doing, keep that ball in play, and this Sharks team will tire this last 15, 20 minutes.
So a picture there of Hendrickson, scrum half shown red, watching on. This
Use it.
miserable half an hour or so for him now to have to watch his
Bad kick.
without it. Mind you, where his kick is being blocked down and caught
What is going on? Absolute dreadful kick.
down. And they may only have 14 on the pitch,
God,
but they are bringing it
dreadful.
to the British and Irish Lions. And Warren Gatlin's team haven't secured this one yet.
If I was Warren Gatlin, I would not be impressed. I would not be impressed.
Now we need to have a clean exit. This has happened already in the first half. Gareth Davis got charged down. I think teams have seen the Lions do not exit from their 22 with enough players. So if you agree, Will, you need to make that ruck much. There's only 2 players there. You need to have somebody protecting Conor Murray because that is way too easy. And teams have
Just,
on the box kick. And the critical point being there was no one just to the right-hand side of the ruck who just stands there almost statuesque.
Poor decisions. Too many poor decisions.
That first man on the right-hand side of the ruck stands
Time check 53:10.
and that leaves room for Conor Murray to swing the leg, and you can't get access to the right foot.
No, that's right. As long as you're behind the ball,
God, they can't kick.
prevent anything coming through for the charge down. So they should have had people there which would prevent getting charged down.
Conor Cock was in the South Africa Sevens team that won gold at the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. He was in the team.
I'll tell you what, Werner Koch is he's an impressive player. I think he's doing really well.
Opportunities like that.
He's
Particular occasion though, late
commanding.
a plate, and it's not the first error this evening. The British and Irish Lions have found themselves punished for.
That is half of his shirt yanked off there.
To the scrum half position. Ty Furlong. Williams to Byrne. Oh, he's kept that alive very well. Now, Anthony Watson.
This is when
Daly.
the one. I say this is when possibly the one man less team Sharks are going to struggle when they start spreading it out wide.
He knew that Rory Sutherland was behind him. Oh, Bigger is met by a firm challenge there. That was Hockney. Furlong. Lovely offload. Hill onto Conan. Excellent skills from the Lions forwards. Byrne.
Cool.
Watson. Now George.
Dry.
Second try it is. The captain.
Send me if you can find a good Werner Koch highlight reel, especially preferably without the dreadful music. Link it to me in Discord. That'd be ideal.
Attacking inside shoulder, Sutherland again, strong carries. Zach Byrne runs that reverse angle so well. I thought he may have crashed through. There it is. That ties in so many and creates so much space on the fringes. And what Watson's been so good at throughout this whole tour, throughout the whole of the Six Nations, that ability as a 7 to play as an extra scrum half. Just by standing up there and just running, taking 2 steps, just holds those first 2 defenders, and it's key for all forwards to come on track with momentum. We've seen loads of times where they pass the ball with no momentum, good momentum.
Jamie George won't get to complete his hat-trick. He's been replaced by Ken Owens.
Yes.
The flags go up again. The conversion is good.
31-45.
On the day he captained the Lions. And Jamie George. Ken Owens is on. Wayne Jones and Kyle Sinclair too. Front row for
Hang on.
Contact he won so well in and around from
There you go, Leon.
then as Watson attacks
All yours, buddy. All yours.
turn and Jamie George is clever. He is such a clever footballer. He just slides round the back.
Another change is that Sam Simmons has come on in place of another on the line strike scores. Jack Coleman has departed the pitch for now.
You'll see.
Dieter, I did do a rugby sevens of Fiji winning the Olympics, and I've done a couple of individual rugby sevens as well.
So much on that point. Ahead of the bigger challenges to come. Here's Richardson. British and Irish Lions opening up a lead now on the scoreboard. But remember,
Oh,
their opponents are playing a man
disappointing kick by 15.
daily. From yet to 8 rounds. The Lions have it. Van der Merwe.
Turned it over.
Oh, he's so good at that.
He's made some good ground there. That's 10 yards at least.
Down eventually. Murray through with Jones. Daly involved again in the move. Williams, the Lions are stretching it here. Can Watson be it for his first?
Oh, took him out. Good tackle right at the end. I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him off out of that try line though.
Sinclair.
Sinclair's on. I didn't realise Sinclair was on.
Rugby laws. Ran into Buthelezi though. Weekend pack, remember. Just 7 forwards for the Sharks. Wyn Jones is the latest to make a surge. Wayne Barnes says he's not there yet. Conor Murray trying to dig it out.
They're bringing it out. And is it going? Oh no. Yeah.
Watson, that's the
Try.
he's been waiting for.
Squeezed him.
Try for the Lions back in 2017.
Yeah. Anthony Watson.
Start of this tour. Yes, another British and Irish Lions try.
Chris Harris with the initial turnover. Fabulous at the breakdown. When Juan Van der Merwe takes 7 of them on, lost them. Recycled. Go east to west. Watson nearly scored his first attempt at the right hand side. Recycled nicely. Good hard carries, direct control. Simple inside ball as the Sharks slowly but surely run out of numbers. They'll have been shocked to have scored that. Watson shocked to get on.
Gareth, sevens is fairly exciting at least though, isn't it? Surely you could admit that rugby sevens is, it's got speed and it's got the interceptions and it's a fast-paced game.
Forward, which remember was level pegging at half-time. He's now much more respectable for the British and Irish Lions. But
Kean.
the red card shown to him
Yes, Kean.
has been massively influential.
The one pass rugby has proven much more effective for the Lions, isn't it? That's a good example of wingers
Sorry about the yawning.
off their wing to help that work over the forwards and offer to carry near that try line. It makes a big difference in the forward pack when you've got wingers who are willing to work hard and carry inside as well.
Walter Chamberlain is on as the new fly half. And Delaney Bolly, who started the first game between these two on Wednesday, is into the pack.
I think Courtney Laws did well last weekend,
Bolly was replaced.
but he hasn't really done much in this game for sure. I don't think he's... But I don't think a lot of them have done that well. Hamish Watson hasn't done much. Tyg Furlong hasn't done much. There's a lot of these players that I don't seem to have gone missing in this game, if I'm honest.
Almost with ease. He's done that almost every time he's had the ball today. Sinclair to Wyn Jones. Van der Merwe today has made over 100 metres with the ball in his hand.
the only negative when you do a tip on. Carl Sinclair just did a lovely tip pass, but once you make the tip pass, you can often get taken out from the defender, and then you're slow to clear out that ruck. You need to make sure that you tip on that pass. You've got to race into that ruck. Doing Van der Merwe putting his hand up seriously for test match, isn't he? It's so impressive.
Gareth's going to be watching the rugby sevens at the Olympics for sure, isn't he? Can you stay still, please? Stay still. Fencing? Fencing is not the best Olympic sport. You've got to be joking. Judo is better than fencing.
Low odds on the Sheriff bagging a try here, Sam. Sheriff Ken Owens will be at the back of his driving, more keen to get a 5-pointer.
Honestly.
Ken Owens, who took over the on-field captaincy against Japan when Alvin Jones went off injured. In the opening game for his
As an ex-judo player, judo's the best.
balls down into win.
Boom.
10 out of 10 lineouts for the Lions in this game so far. Wayne Barnes wants to have a look at it. Let's take this moment to nip down to the touchline again. Boy, it's such a shame the red card for Hendricks from a Sharks point of view.
I reached
They were absolutely
green.
to that moment.
So yeah, I reached green and it goes green, brown, black. I was starting to... Oi! I was starting to do my brown belt and then I started coaching football and just didn't have the time. Yeah, it was pretty... It was annoying, but... Yeah. Green belt I got to.
You'd expect him to at least finish this game with a couple more tries and keep the structure going, but so disappointing for the Sharks after what was a really enticing first 55 minutes.
And Brian, for Anthony Watson, he's watched all the other wingers in this squad get tries. He'll be delighted to be up and running.
He'll be light, and Sam alluded to it. I think Ron Gatlin's going to be looking for wingers working off their wing inside the 10, giving options. I think Duan Konamadva is absolutely incredible at the moment. Line breaks, contact.
You would think the English, for example, would be quite good at fencing from the old medieval times, you know.
Potentially for one place is possible, given what Josh Adams has been doing over the last 3 weeks, Connor.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian Habana.
Close collapse. Sharks fault in Wayne Barnes' view. Can they?
Get in a different position.
Sinclair
Swivel round, Wayne.
defending from the Sharks. Byrne, is he in again? He is. Ty Byrne. 2 today, 3 over.
I'm going to be close to my 36. Yeah. I'm going to be close to my 36 shot difference.
Just poor. Look at the disorganisation. One forceful carry from the Lions and an absolute disarray.
Sharks have fallen apart, haven't they? They really have fallen apart.
Credit the Lions are working hard off the ball. They're running hard onto the ball. There's one thing to do. But the Sharks defence right now. We mentioned it. 64th, 65th minute. I think this is the point now where they're not going to be. The players who started the match probably have not played this much rugby in this amount of time. They will certainly start to see it. That organisation defence. And again, sets up thinking north-south rugby style. Harris enjoying his night as inside centre, much more normally a floater in the outside gap. But on this occasion, with 8-9 smash, really good carry. Got very close, it means the forward, ball running forward round the corner. The Sharks are retreating, very difficult. Someone then jumps, makes a bad decision. And a player like Bird, who is quietly just suggesting everyone's talking Watson, Curry, we've got to have those two lads that play, they'll be like two velociraptors charging round down into big South Africans and Jackson.
I'll tell you what I was shocked about, actually. I was shocked by the Australia versus France result. considering a lot of people are saying, oh, Australia aren't as good as they used to be and whatnot, and considering France were pretty good in the Six Nations, for Australia to win was a bit of a shock for me, I thought. I don't know about what you guys think, if you expected France to beat Australia or Australia to beat France. They're running out of space. Oh, they're through. Are they catching him? No. Straight down the middle. Stick it between the posts. There's another lot. So France weren't quite the full squad. Gareth, you'll only let your cat out in the rain and then he'll sit there wanting to come back in. I warn you now. Get yourself a cat flap. Why would you not have a cat flap, Gareth? I tell you what, one name I would have liked to have seen. No, I don't know him, but I think Joe Marchant's played so well in the games I've seen him. Did he not deserve a shout in the London Irish? Sorry, in the British and Irish team. I might not get many viewers. Mark. I'm not sure how popular fencing is.
I do wonder sometimes what goes through a player's head and gives a silly penalty away like that. The pressure now is off the Lions. It's back on the Sharks now, just inside the Lions 22. It's just simple stuff and simple discipline.
So if you feel like you're going to challenge the ball like that, you need to check with the referee first. If you think the ball is out, it just takes a second to look at the ref, ask him is it okay. The ref normally will just have his arms out and give you a positive nod, then you know you can attack that ball. But you need to have the ref's approval. If you're not sure, don't go for it.
First lost line out.
What you need? I need to live stream the women's gymnastics. That's probably get more views, won't it? Just because there's women in leotards. I suppose he is still only young, isn't he? He's not that old. So yeah, potentially in the future, I suppose. As I said, it's just a player that I was easy to notice because obviously I know his sister, and obviously he did well for the last couple of games in the Harlequins matches. Oh, Gareth. Beat women's beach volleyball. You lucky bastard. That is the sport you want to be helping out with, don't you? The women's volleyball.
The vocabulary they use, Nigel, to tell players to get away from that area. You just vacate the area, go east-west rather than north-south out of breakdowns.
Yeah, you just got to get out of the way of the track of the ball, really, or the players coming in to play the ball. Continuity of the game is so important around the contact here, and that's why referees have zero tolerances with a tackler. Even if they're on the wrong side accidentally, you've got to get out of the way.
Decent shove from the depleted Sharks pack. When Jones has found himself round the wrong side. Kuta Makunu is on, by the way.
9 minutes left. Winning by 35 points.
Chamberlain. It's the line-out.
What are your thoughts on Sinclair? I think Sinclair's been pretty good in the last games that he's played, considering he was brought into the squad late. I think he's been quite a strong addition, actually.
Sharks aren't going to catch the lines on the scoreboard surely in the last 10 minutes, but they would love another try down to 14 men. Oh, just too high for Volnick.
Oh,
He's fumbled it on the second occasion.
How many penalties can you concede 10 metres from your own line now before there is a warning? Is there a number, or is it the referee has to judge whether they're collectively a team infringement?
It depends on the cynicality of defence rule, really. You could really give a yellow card on the first one. You could give a warning. I tell you what.
I think considering Sinclair, as I said, came into the squad after someone else being injured, I think he's done well. I think he's been a solid, strong player that's done everything right. And I think a player like that who wasn't initially selected almost has to prove themselves more. You know, they were an afterthought almost. So I think a player like that has to, like I said, prove themselves. This is why you should have picked me in the first place.
Flip on by Rice. It's bigger. And kept his eye on the ball.
There should be a warning coming here now. I'd be having a word. And there we go.
It's almost like your mate. If there's a chance, next break, I just want to explore. I feel sometimes players are held in by the attacking team to buy it, and there I just felt Sam Simmons is pinned, which puts the referee in such a difficult position, and how you manage that.
You have to judge how was Sam Simmons on that side. And you are right, Will. Sometimes you are pinned, and I do feel sorry sometimes. We'll have a look at it here now. He's on the wrong side. See, he could have made an attempt to move a little bit quicker. If he'd have done that, then it'd be play on.
Because he's definitely pinned after that, but you felt the
Yeah.
initial split second.
There was a split second there where he could have been left to go.
4 penalties and
They're driving. They're trying to drive their way across the line rather than pass it across.
an Irish line.
I suppose how can they pass it across with one less player?
Kudu. Beard.
Are they going to get another try?
Now let's see what Chamberlain can find here.
No.
Very good defending. Liam Williams, no better man for the job in that sort of situation.
Could see a yellow card for the Lions captain here. We go back to the penalty, but what phenomenal
75 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock.
40-yard kick, 50-yard kick. That's where he's invaluable.
Yeah. To be honest, I think that's the yellow card. That's the fifth penalty. He did have a word before, and that was cynical, it was needless, he was offside, pushed away. So Lions cut themselves lucky there, and they're not going to have a player in the bin, which really should be happening.
You're totally right, Nigel. If the game was now 20 all,
There you go.
Just to confirm, Connery has been sent to the sin bin,
Well,
which I think backs up the
last 4.5 minutes, all square, 14 players each.
the Lions definitely wary of the Sharks line-out drive. Now, they haven't competed in the air for 3 line-outs in a row. They're staying down to try and stop that drive. They know there's some weight coming.
Eusta, with support from Juncker, they're all piling in now. The winger Hotketer is in as well. Remember, this is 14 against 15. The Lions just about steady that ship. And in the end of all that, it will be a scrum to the Lions, and they've survived some intense pressure, of which the Sharks will be proud of being able to apply. However, they were not able to get in behind the defence.
They switched their
I think, if I'm honest, I think the scoreline flatters. I think the scoreline flatters the Lions a little bit. They haven't played well. They've been pretty poor.
They've stepped up quickly in defence. The Sharks have had no go forward in the last 3 drives. A good drive defence from the Lions.
Yes, Ed, I seriously think football referees, it's not that they don't have mics, but obviously their mics are to communicate with their team, but the mics need to be audible. VAR needs to change. It needs to be more like TMO. For example, if you look at Raheem Sterling's dive the other day to win the penalty for England, that's a situation where VAR and the referee and even the linos, their voices should be broadcast to explain why they've just given a certain decision, because it fathoms me why, for example, that was given as a penalty, because it wasn't. So yeah, it can only do a good thing.
Sinclair and Co. It's a great way to get yourself out that bottom right-hand corner. Huge power coming through that front line. They just waited, they defended, picked their moment. I think the Lions are keeping that ball in deliberately. They know they've got the man advantage.
I don't remember that, Ginge. I don't remember any kind of audio broadcast. As I said, I know the Australian guy had it on his last game. But actually, if if the referees in football are mic'd up and the abuse and the foul language is heard, then that would then in turn hopefully lead to that bad language and abuse being cut out, because everyone can hear it and everyone then knows the bad behaviour from the players. So yeah, you might have to apologise. The commentators might have to apologise over the air for a few games, but it would soon be cut out if the players realise that fans at home can hear them.
Sinclair. Bird.
Yeah, the FA, IFAB, FIFA, they won't do anything. They won't do anything about it.
14 against 14.
Same as cameras on referees. It's not the FA want to allow referees to have cameras, but it's IFAB that won't let them.
Sinclair.
I don't even know what IFAB stands for.
He's managed to shrug off Pottinger.
Can he get past the last one? He can.
Simmons is keeping up with them. Will he need them? You bet he won't. It's a super finish from Anthony Watson. And we have seen Van den Merwe, we've seen Josh Adams, we've seen them all enjoy plenty of tries, but Anthony Watson here just reminding everyone what a quality wing he is.
What great wingers do is watch numbers 1 to 8 punch themselves to a standstill in an absolute wrestle, in a close quarter battle, and then just wait.
A minute and a quarter left. 71-31. A 40 point difference. I assume they're going to make the conversion. 42 point difference it will be. Time check. 79 minutes.
Anthony Watson, besides his pace and his power, is his such quick, subtle footwork. He has got contact all the time. That's why he breaks breaks the first tackle. He always attacks that first defender. He just skips out of it just before. Toby Fartow's very good at it. That's the offensive footwork. Just before contact.
I tell you, it's a real shame that the player got himself sent off.
He's had a real impact.
I still think Sharks would have lost, but you would have thought that the game would have been a lot closer still.
Now he makes the line break. He has a
So he really let himself down by doing such a stupid thing and getting sent off.
Was the conversion attempt. Elliot Denny went for the drop kick and he missed.
He just missed. God. Went for the drop kick and missed. Jesus Christ.
they want the game to finish.
Finger's boot. Clock about to go red in Pretoria.
Leon, this is the issue, and this is what a lot of the Aussies can't quite understand. In AFL, there's no red cards or yellow cards. You can't be sent off, and a lot of the comments would say, well, it'd ruin the game if a player gets sent off. Well, tough. It doesn't always ruin a game. That's not always the case at all. But it's a deterrent. It's there as a deterrent. You know, you don't want your team to all of a sudden be down to 14 men. Well, don't elbow someone in the head. By your actions, your team gets punished, and therefore it's a bigger deterrent.
The lines.
The option they could do, Connor, if the game's over, they could tap and just boot it into touch, game over, or they go to the corner with a pack and go, do you know what, we'll have a driving liner and practice the driving ball. Without doubt, you want to keep ball in play. It's another chance to exercise another move. Go against what I say.
So the ball goes
Well, game over.
comes to its conclusion.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Like I said, I'm not sure.
Breath through that.
I'm not sure tomorrow if I'll be streaming the England game, the Euros final. I'll see how I'm feeling. But thank you for joining me. All the best. I'm going to leave it there. Once again, if you want to chat, join the Discord server if you haven't already. Join the Discord server. There's different channels for different topics, rugby and football and Aussie rules, and there's hangout and chat section. So yeah, join the Discord, join the conversation, and I will catch you next time. See you soon, guys. Cheers.